Okay guys, so I'm just going to start. I'm Shari. inSEOULuble, you may or may not know me. So we all know what this video is about, as everyone kind of wants to know what happened yesterday. You might have watched my Instagram video where I spoke briefly on it. I tried to keep it brief, but actually it was quite long. So, story time about KPopKnight in London. So, little quick intro. I'm going to start with the interview. So myself, Radio Kimchi, K-pop Box, Just Hush Hush, and some others that I didn't know were promised press. First of all, to get press was hassle. As soon as I saw this event released, I contacted KPopKnight via email, got a nice response, maybe like, what about press? Like last week? She emailed about my ticket first rather than press, because there was a lot of stuff going on. Like, there's a lot of Facebook groups, like fan-made Facebook groups saying, okay, you need to go and take your ticket to Wembley Arena on the day, you need to exchange it at the booth for an official Wembley Arena ticket. So there's a group on Facebook, and also lots of like screenshots of people's emails from KPopKnight or like Facebook messages and stuff like that, of them telling individuals certain information that they haven't announced on their social media for some reason, which would make more sense, or sending out a mass email, because I started to get loads of those last week, believe me. And I'm like, this is a bit of a shambles, like no replies about anything. So I Facebook message. These people were like reading my messages, and I'm like, this is quite rude. So I'm like, you do know I can see that you read my messages and not saying anything. And then I think they kind of got bombarded with messages, because first of all, no one believed the event was real, right? No one had announced it in terms of like artists or artist like record label pages, that kind of thing. So they were getting bombarded with Facebook inboxes. So they set their status to away non-stop all the time. Then an automated message saying, hi, your name, and their website. So fast forward now, I'm chasing for this press, and I'm like, well, I already have a ticket anyway, which is why I bought it in the first place. I thought, oh, it might sell out, that kind of thing. These people are not answering. So finally, like the week before the concert, I get a reply about press. So I'm like, let me just send a fresh new email. I sent a fresh new email instead, then finally I get a reply. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So then I get a reply saying, oh, hi. Yeah, we'd like you to be an affiliate for the event, which basically, if you don't know, it means you advertise tickets to your followers, and if they use your link or your code or both, then you make a percentage of that ticket sale. So I was like, okay, that sounds cool, but you didn't really answer my question, which was, I'm interested in covering the event as press for my website and potential interviews with Monster X, and they kind of skipped the question. So I was like, okay, let me just play along, like I don't want to seem rude. So I was like, oh yeah, that's really great. Thank you so much for, offering this to me. So the first offer was, here's a link that people need to click, and here's a code that they need to put in checkout before they purchase a ticket. This will then give them a discount of £50 off. Cool, right? And so I pushed this out via articles, social media, I advertised it to everyone. I'm like, okay, so how do I push the question again? So the person I'm speaking to via email, which I found out is the actual head organizer, general manager, which he told me. So he's actually like, oh, I'm in London now, because he's from Korea. Give me a call on this number. I'm like, this is a Korean number, I can't really call it. So then he's like, are you based in London? Are you based in Korea? I'm like, I'm in England, blah, blah, blah. And I said, here's my cacao, if it's easier. So then I was like, also I was wondering, this offer's really nice. Also I was wondering if, I could potentially interview Monster X. Yes, we have a press application form. It's in Korean though. And I was like, Forward to Friday, day before the concert. So I'm at work and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to hassle these people. But during this whole time I've been like Facebook messaging still, emailing. I emailed the application to the new email address that was given to me, and I also emailed the first one before, and I was like, I'm looking for an update. Facebook as well. I get a reply on Facebook finally after being left on red. We're trying our best, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff, but we'll let you know. So I'm like, hi, it's Friday. I just want to know if I've been successful because, you know, I don't live in London. Obviously, you cannot bring, you know, cameras to Wembley Arena. If I travel all this way with it, I won't be able to get in the concert, etc, etc. Can you let me know before I bring my camera? So they were reading everything, and then they were like, hello. And I was like, hello. Then they were like, hello, question mark. And they didn't answer. And I thought, you know what, like, I replied something else. I can't even remember what it was. Then I woke up the next day and I was like, at 5:30, bear in mind, because, you know, like, we had to go to the ticket booth for 10 o'clock to change our tickets. And plus, I thought it's going to be packed out, you know, K-pop concerts, you know what they're like. And I kind of want to be at the front, you know. So me and my friend Tiffany met, then my friend Jessica came after. So I get a message at 11 o'clock while I'm at the venue. Please come to for 4 p.m. to interview Monster X. But before I got that message, I actually sent them like a long message in the morning because I was actually quite annoyed. I was like, you know, it's the day of the concert. I have to leave my house in an hour. I don't think I'm going to bring my camera because, you know, as I've explained before, can you please reply? Like, then I said, like, you know, it's common courtesy just to say yes or no, not to mess people around, you know, like, it's common courtesy. And I got no reply. Until I got that message at 11 saying, yeah, come and interview Monster X. I had no camera. And they gave me a phone number to call. I was like, hello. They were like, hello. I was like, hello. I was like, hello, this is Shari from inSEOULuble. I got your Facebook message saying to give you a call and to come interview Monster X at 4 o'clock. They were like, yeah, 4 o'clock. I was like, I don't have my camera because, you know, I told you that you had not been replying to me. It's okay, just come at 4 o'clock. I was like, who am I speaking to, please? Let's say this is Bob. Yeah, this is Bob, okay? But Bob had been previously replying, like, as different aliases as well. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll come at 4 o'clock. No worries. So I'm thinking, oh, what am I gonna do? I don't have a camera, like, I don't want to use my phone. Like, it's a press conference as well, so it's multiple organisations. You can sit there and ask questions. So I'm like, I don't want to sit there with my phone. Like, I kind of want to make notes on my phone, which I always do. I want to record, I want to take pictures, you know. So I was thinking, oh, what am I gonna do? So I asked my younger brother, to bring my camera to London for me. Like, bless him, like he did. So he came and he gave it to me, and I was like, okay, I've got a good feeling about this. Gonna interview Monster X. Like, okay, we can do this, yeah. And so I get a Facebook message, like, inbox from K-PopKnight at like 1 o'clock. Please come to the place they told us to go to at 4 o'clock. Please come to the front area to now. And I'm like, now? You said 4 o'clock. Hello? Hello? No answer. So I just took myself there. So security are there, like, Wembley Arena security are like, can we help you? And I was like, I received a message from K-PopKnight saying to come to this area at 4, but now they've messaged me saying come at 1, and I'm confused. So they're just as oblivious as I am. Like, side note, Wembley Arena were like so helpful. Like, the staff who worked in all these different areas, they were so nice, so accommodating to us people who were like potentially pressed for Monster X and all the other acts. They, you know, saw that we were being messed around. Like, they accommodated us. They were so nice. Like, they did so many nice things they didn't have to do. Yeah. Then they were kind of like, yeah, these guys are a shambles. Like, we even don't know what's going on. We don't have a set list. We don't have a list for people who are on the press. Like, we don't know what's going on. It's been a mess from the beginning. I was like, I'm not surprised. Anywho, back to the story. So they're on their walkie-talkie. He's like, yeah, I've got someone down here. She's saying she's been called to come now. Her name's da-da-da, she's from da-da-da. The lady's like Wembley Arena staff. They're not sure what you're talking about. And I'm like, I get my phone out and I'm like, these are messages from them. And he's like, well, she's got messages saying to come, so can someone, you know. I'll just tell her to come back at 4 o'clock. So the man's like, they said come back at 4 o'clock. I'm like, okay. When we were ready, I came at 1 o'clock, yeah. So I get there and I'm like, oh, hi, I'm here. And it's just the Wembley Arena staff. And they're like, well, here's the list for press and you're not on it. And I was like, okay, can you call someone, please? And then they don't worry about it, don't panic, don't stress, like, you know the whole thing's been a mess, it's not your fault, we'll do the best we can for you. Like, those people were so nice, they were so nice. So then we're sitting there and like some people lit up before us, and I was just like, okay, well obviously their name's on the list, and they even said like, you know, we haven't even received the full list, it's someone organised. So these girls go up and it's just myself and K-PopBox there. And then, what do I see? I just see some red hair, like, because it's all glass. So we're just sitting, so some red hair like at the door. It's like all glass doors. I see some red hair, automatically my eyes prick up. I'm like, bing! And I'm like, oh, it's Wonho! But obviously like I wasn't like shouting or screaming. I was like, it's Wonho to my friend. And she was like, no it's not, shut up. And I was like, it's Wonho. Like, I know my husband when I see him, okay? Don't, anyway. So Wonho walked in, head straight, like didn't even bat an eyelid, and I was just like, oh. Then after him walks in Juhon, then I am, and I was just like, oh, like, we just sat there, we just didn't do anything, and they went upstairs. So obviously we're like, oh, the interview's gonna start, like please let us upstairs. Shonu, husband number 2 walked in, Shonu and Hyungwon. Did I see Minhyuk? Yes, the rest of them walked in. No, I saw Shonu and Kihyun walk in, but I didn't see Minhyuk and Hyungwon, but I guess I was just too busy looking at Shonu. Like, guys, when I say, yeah, this guy, like, in real life, he looks better he looks nice online, but he looks even more amazing in real life. Like, he's got the melanin going on, like, his skin is just dark and glowing and golden and, like, toffee-ish, and, like, I just don't even know, like, I couldn't even get my phone quick enough. I was just like, and I was just like, you know what, let me just relax. It's okay, I'm gonna see him in a minute, you know, like, interview him. And so finally, after like 40 minutes, we're just like, they're like, okay, you can go up. So we start walking up the stairs. They're like, hold on, you can't, because Monster X were like hanging around the stairs. And I was like, okay, like, we can't breathe on them, that's fine, that's okay. I'm joking. So then they're like, wait for them to go up. So then we're waiting, we're just standing at the bottom of the stairs, and then like they go up. It's like spiral stairs. So then we start walking, they're like, okay, we start walking. And they're like, stop, and I was like, okay, they've not moved yet. So I look up, I'm thinking, what's taking them so long, like, to go up the stairs? So I look up and I see Minhyuk, and he's like got his head like, just like above, like the next set of stairs, like just above me. And he looks down and he gives me the weirdest look. Like, confused. He was just like, and I was like, Simply K-pop, come on.
항상 이 시플리 K-팝에 올 때,
Simply K-pop, come on.
네.
Simply K-pop, come on.
항상 그 대본을 읽고,
대본 reading.
항상.
And he was just like, because I just thought, that's a really weird look. This is like, it's quite a weird like vibe. So I was like, let me make a joke. Didn't find it funny. And then my friend like looked up and she was like, she made eye contact with Hyungwon, and he was just like, so already we're like, what's wrong? Like, why are they looking at us confused? Like, and there's a weird vibe. Like, I can tell they're like pissed. I feel like they're annoyed. I feel like they're really annoyed. So I'm just like, okay. So then we get upstairs and they're in the same room as us, but there's glass and a curtain, and like over the curtain there's a glass door, but the glass door's like open and it's just a curtain, and they're in there. So we're sitting on the sofas and we're just like waiting for them.